A ray of light on a transparent sphere with a center C as shown. The ray emerges from the sphere parallel to the line AB. Find the refractive index of the sphere. First of all, understand that let the refractive index of the sphere be mu. I will draw the sphere again. Okay, I will enlarge the image over here. Okay, this line over here is the diameter, and the first ray is incident on this part. Okay, and the first ray is incident on this part. This is the center. After refraction, it moves along this direction. Okay, and it moves along this direction, and after the second refraction, it moves parallel. Okay, now it is given that the emergent ray is parallel to AB. Okay, it is not passing through AB, it is parallel to AB. Okay, this angle over here is equal to 60 degree. Let this angle over here be equal to R. Okay, if this angle over here is R, this angle also will be equal to R. Okay, why will this angle be equal to R? Because for a circle, okay, the angle by a chord, the angle by a chord with the center will always be equal. Okay, so if this is R, this part will also be equal to R. Let the refractive index of the sphere be equal to mu. I can say that mu is equal to sine 60 divided by sine R. Okay, sine 60 divided by sine R. So I can say that I do not know the value of R, neither do I know the value of mu. Okay, let this term be as it is. Okay, let this term be as it is. Now the emergent ray is parallel to this part. It means that if I extend this point, I can say that this angle and this angle, let this be equal to R dash and let this be equal to R dash. Both these angles will be same, because for a parallel line, they form the corresponding angles. Okay, they form the corresponding angles over here. Okay, so basically both this will be R dash and R dash. Okay, now let us find out the value of R dash. R dash can simply be written as 2 times R, that is the remote interior angle. Okay, that is from the remote interior angle, R dash will be equal to 2 times R. Okay, now what is the value of R dash? Again I will substitute the value of mu over here. Okay, mu over here will be equal to sine R dash divided by sine R. Okay, sine R dash divided by sine R. Okay, now over here R dash is equal to 2 times R. Okay, R dash over here is equal to 2 times R. So I will substitute 2 times R over here. So it will be equal to sine 2R, okay, divided by sine R. Okay, sine 2R divided by sine R. Okay, this will be equal to sine 2R divided by sine R. So basically I can say that it will be equal to 2 cos R is equal to mu. Okay, which implies 2 cos R is equal to mu. How did I imply this? Okay, sine 2R will be equal to 2 sin R cos R. So sin R and sin R will get cancelled out from the numerator and the denominator. Now let me use this as the third equation. If you consider first and third, okay, I can do two things over here. Okay, first of all I can divide and find the value of R. Okay, or I can multiply and find out the value of R over here. Okay, in terms of tan. Okay, otherwise I can square the term. Okay, that is sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, so let me divide this part first. Okay, let me just divide this part first. Okay, so it will be equal to, or I will use basically sin R over here. Let me use the value of sin R. Sin R over here will be equal to sin 60 divided by mu. So I can say that cos R will be equal to root of 1 minus sin square R, which is equal to sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. So it will be equal to 3 by 4 into mu square. Okay, 3 by 4 into mu square. I will plug in the value in the third equation. Mu will be equal to 2 root of 1 minus 3 divided by 4 mu square. When I square on both the sides, it will be equal to mu square will be equal to 4. Okay, mu square will be equal to 4. 1 minus 3 divided by 4 mu square. Okay, so when I multiply the value over here, it will be equal to 4 will get cancelled out. It will be equal to mu raised to 4. Okay, so 4 will get cancelled out. 4 mu square minus 3. Okay, 4 mu square minus 3. So I will just the last part over here, mu raised to 4. Okay, minus 4 mu square plus 3 will be equal to 0. Okay, 4 mu raised to 4 minus 4 mu square plus 3 will be equal to 0. If I simplify the values, I will get two terms over here. Mu square can either be equal to 3 or it can either be equal to 1. Both the terms are valid. Okay, both the terms are valid, but which term will not be valid, I will tell you later. So mu will come out to be either equal to root 3 or it can either come out to be either come out to be 1. Now 1 cannot be the answer because the refractive index on the left hand side I have already taken as 1. Okay, the refractive index on the left hand side I have already taken as 1, which is the refractive index of the air. Okay, if you consider on the left hand side I have already considered it as 1. So for the refraction to take place, okay, the refractive index of the sphere have to be different that of 1. Okay, or if I say it has to be root 3. Okay, so the correct answer of the refractive index is equal to root 3.